Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Introduce my name is Sinta Permatasari with NPM 224111045 from Management Class 22. I am here to explain the material from the Marketing Strategy Management course with the title Evaluation of Company Resources, Capabilities, and Company Competitive Competition.
In the world of business, success doesn't happen by chance. It's built on understanding and leveraging your company's unique strengths and knowing where you stand against competitors. Think of resources as the what of your business: tangible assets like machinery and financial capital, and intangible assets like brand reputation and employee skills. Capabilities are the how, the ability to effectively combine and utilize these resources to achieve specific outcomes. For instance, a company might possess advanced manufacturing equipment, but their true strength lies in their ability to efficiently produce high-quality products at a large scale. This interplay between resources and capabilities forms the bedrock of a company's competitive advantage. By evaluating both internal factors and the competitive landscape, businesses can develop strategies that leverage their strengths and position themselves for success. Before you can conquer the market, you need to understand what tools you have in your arsenal. This means conducting a thorough evaluation of your company's internal resources and capabilities. Start with a comprehensive inventory of your resources, categorizing them into tangible and intangible assets. Tangible resources are the physical and financial assets you can easily measure: manufacturing facilities, inventory levels, cash flow, and access to raw materials. Intangible resources are less visible but often more valuable: brand reputation, intellectual property, employee expertise, and organizational culture. Next, delve into your capabilities, the company's ability to perform specific activities better than competitors. Ask yourself, what processes are we particularly good at? What do we do more efficiently or effectively than our rivals? Analyzing your capabilities requires a deeper dive into the organizational processes and routines that underpin them. For example, a company known for its exceptional customer service might have well-defined service protocols and a sophisticated CRM system. Remember, this internal analysis is not a one-time exercise. It requires continuous monitoring and evaluation as markets evolve and technologies advance. Simply possessing resources and capabilities isn't enough. The key to achieving a sustainable competitive advantage lies in leveraging them effectively. One powerful framework for assessing the competitive potential of your resources and capabilities is the VRIO analysis. VRIO stands for valuable, rare, inimitable, and organized. For a resource or capability to provide a sustainable competitive advantage, it needs to satisfy all four VRIO criteria. Consider the example of a pharmaceutical company that invests heavily in research and development, leading to the discovery of a new blockbuster drug, which is both valuable and rare. If this drug is protected by strong patents and the company has unique manufacturing processes, making it inimitable, they can enjoy a significant competitive advantage. However, this advantage is sustainable only if the company has the organizational structure, marketing expertise, and distribution channels to effectively bring the drug to market. While understanding your strengths is crucial, it's equally important to be aware of your surroundings. This is where competitive analysis comes in, providing a systematic approach to understanding your competitive landscape and identifying opportunities and threats. Competitive analysis goes beyond simply identifying your competitors. It involves gathering intelligence about their strategies, capabilities, resources, and assumptions. For example, imagine you're a new entrant in the online retail market. A thorough competitive analysis would involve studying established players like Amazon, analyzing their strengths and weaknesses, and understanding their strategic moves. By understanding your competitors' strengths and weaknesses, you can identify opportunities to differentiate your offerings and develop effective counter strategies. One of the most effective ways to improve your own business is to learn from the best. Benchmarking involves identifying companies that excel in specific areas and studying their practices to identify best practices and areas for improvement. The goal of benchmarking is not to copy what others are doing, but to understand the underlying principles behind their success and adapt those principles to your own context. For example, a company struggling with supply chain inefficiencies could benchmark their processes against Amazon, a recognized leader in logistics and supply chain management. Similarly, a company looking to enhance its customer service could look to Zappos, renowned for its customer-centric culture and its commitment to delivering exceptional service. Remember, benchmarking is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process of learning and improvement. As markets evolve and new best practices emerge, it's essential to continuously benchmark your performance against industry leaders to stay ahead of the curve. We touched upon the VRIO framework earlier, but its significance in achieving a sustainable competitive advantage warrants a closer look. This framework provides a structured approach to analyzing the competitive potential of your resources and capabilities. Let's delve deeper into each element of the VRIO framework. Valuable. A resource or capability is considered valuable if it allows a firm to exploit an environmental opportunity or neutralize an environmental threat. Rare. A valuable resource or capability is only a source of competitive advantage if it is rare, meaning it is possessed by only a few firms in the industry. Inimitable. For a competitive advantage to be sustainable, it must be difficult or costly for competitors to imitate. Organized. Finally, a firm must be organized to capture value from its valuable, rare, and inimitable resources and capabilities. The VRIO framework emphasizes that sustainable competitive advantage stems from resources and capabilities that are not only valuable but also rare, inimitable, and supported by the organization. By systematically analyzing your resources and capabilities through this lens, you can identify the sources of your current and potential future competitive advantage. This structured approach helps in making informed strategic decisions that align with long-term business goals. The ultimate goal of evaluating resources, capabilities, and the competitive landscape is not just about gathering information, but about using those insights to make informed strategic decisions. This involves aligning your internal strengths with external opportunities while mitigating weaknesses and threats. One widely used framework for translating analysis into strategy is the SWOT analysis, which stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Strengths and weaknesses. These stem from the internal analysis of your resources and capabilities. Opportunities and threats. These emerge from the analysis of your competitive landscape and the broader industry environment. The SWOT analysis helps you identify strategic options by matching your strengths to opportunities, addressing your weaknesses, and mitigating threats. For example, strength opportunity, SO. How can you leverage your strengths to capitalize on identified opportunities? Weakness opportunity, WO. What actions can you take to overcome weaknesses that prevent you from pursuing opportunities? By systematically considering these questions, you can develop a range of strategic options and prioritize those that best align with your overall business objectives. In today's rapidly changing business environment, conducting a one-time analysis of resources, capabilities, and competition is not enough. Markets evolve, new technologies emerge, competitors adapt, and customer preferences shift. To stay ahead of the curve, companies need to embrace a dynamic and continuous approach to analysis and adaptation. This means regularly revisiting your internal and external assessments. Are your core competencies still relevant in the face of new technologies or changing customer demands? Are new competitors emerging with different business models or superior capabilities? Adaptability is key. Companies that cling to outdated resources, capabilities, or strategies risk becoming irrelevant. Instead, successful businesses embrace continuous improvement and innovation. They invest in developing new capabilities, acquiring new resources, and adjusting their strategies to maintain their competitive edge. The ability to adapt and innovate is not just about reacting to change, it's about anticipating it. By continuously monitoring the competitive landscape, tracking emerging trends, and fostering a culture of learning and experimentation, companies can position themselves to not only survive but thrive in the face of constant change. In the ever-evolving world of business, standing still is not an option. To achieve lasting success, companies must embrace a mindset of continuous improvement and innovation, constantly seeking ways to enhance their resources, capabilities, and competitive positioning. This involves fostering a culture that values learning, experimentation, and adaptation. Encourage employees at all levels to identify areas for improvement, experiment with new ideas, and share their insights. Innovation is not just about developing new products or services, it's about finding better ways to do everything. The key is to constantly challenge the status quo and seek ways to create more value for your customers. By embracing this mindset and embedding it in the fabric of your organization, you can build a business that is not only successful today, but is also well-positioned for the challenges and opportunities of tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.